What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Birds. It's been a while since we have been looking at Quez Watkins. He's starting to increase his playing time a lot, but his production isn't really following along. And in the past few Jalen Hurts breakdowns, we've seen how Quez Watkins usually is open for a would-be big play in several locations. And let's just check out if this the same things happen in this game. Drag across the middle here against man coverage. He's coming over here, getting picked up by the slot cornerback, trailing with him over the middle. And there is 100% a holding there on Quez Watkins. He basically almost gets tackled here. But even then, as Jalen Hurts is coming out here, the line of scrimmage is right here. So you can still throw this ball to Quez Watkins right there for the touchdown. Probably should have done that. Yeah. Out route from the top two receiver here. Against zone coverage, going there against the flat defender. Good hands catch, gets 5 yards. Max protection for the Eagles here. Want to take a shot for either DeVonta Smith or Quez Watkins, and we have main coverage for the Chargers to the top, running a curl and then a deep drag here for Quez Watkins. And both of these guys are doing a very good job here. Quez is doing a good job of seeking to the outside first. Take a look at the angle he takes when he's coming out here. So what is he about? He's a couple yards away from the numbers. And then he starts running his route, and he gets very close to the numbers before he's going to break inside there. And that is going to force that outside cornerback, as he's backpedaling, to take some steps outside, and then you cut it back inside. And he's not wasting too much movement here. He's not breaking down in his route because that's just going to delay him. He already has the separation from the cornerback, so he can just make a more snap cut inside, make it more of a fluid movement instead of breaking down. So he is actually very open on the drag right there, coming across the middle. And if you believe Quez Watkins can outrun that slot cornerback, that is probably a touchdown for him. Does hit DeVonta Smith, who also runs a very good route. But another big play opportunity for Quez Watkins. Really like this break here from Quez Watkins as he's coming out on the out route here to the top, going against man coverage on the outside cornerback right here, and he's gonna take a little inside stutter there, and then he sinks his torso as he's coming out here to the outside, and that is something we didn't see a lot of from Quez Watkins last year, and that is exactly the separation he gets there. Those subtleties in his route there, very similar to DeVonta Smith, although not as crisp and not as consistent. But that inside step, get the cornerback's hips turned a little bit so he's ready to sprint, and then coming out there so he has the speed turn, and then the dip to just get that 1 yard separation. So when you're coming back for the ball there to the outside, you can hit him with anticipation 100%. Decent job here by Quez, again off the line on a post route of getting initial separation a little bit there to the outside with a subtle move. That's all it takes for the cornerback to get out there because he has outer third responsibility, so he's naturally going to go out there. And then as you're coming up here, you're going to clear away from the deep third defender, and he's open at this point for a would-be touchdown. If Hurts can set his feet here and throw the ball down the field, he is open 100%. So. I feel like we have these plays once a week where we have Quez Watkins streaking down the sideline, but yeah. On a dig route, and it's against what looks like cover 2 defense right here, or cover 3, I'm not sure, but it looks like they have a 3-hole defender at least over here, over the middle. So you want Quez to clear of him and then get him behind the hook to curl defender and the 3-hole defender to that side. And how can you do that a little bit better on this rep? It's instead of breaking down and cutting, you just want him to sort of just bounce it inside here. DeVonta Smith does that really well. He's just smoothly cutting it inside because you have nobody to set up here. You don't have anyone that you need to get open from or fake or something like that. You just want to get open across the middle. Obviously the ball doesn't come to him. It's just it's a finesse thing. When you're a wide receiver, if you're going against zone, you smoothen it out to get in behind the zones a little bit faster. And when it's against man, you want to put more emphasis on the details when you're cutting to make sure you're losing your guy. Here we have sort of a variation of the NCAA dig, drag, and post, where you're going to have the post from Quez Watkins to the bottom. You're going to have the dig from DeVonta Smith. Instead of the drag, you have a couple guys here coming in, sitting across the middle in their zone, so you have some opportunities in there for them. Quez does his part here in setting up the deep third defender here in this cover 3. So he's going to take a good outside step as he's coming up here. Good outside step there, and then boom, cuts it back inside. So He is open for he does his part to be the option for Jalen Hurts here, in that if the safety here over the top is going to stay with Quez, you're gonna throw it to DeVonta coming across the middle. If that safety is going to bite up on Quez prematurely, you're going to throw it to Quez Watkins, and he chooses to stay there with Quez, so you throw it to DeVonta, but Quez absolutely does his job there. Here it's a bubble screen for him, coming out there as the third receiver. Chargers are playing it well here. The cornerback, who's initially lined up deep, is doing a really good job in pursuit here and taking a good inside ankle up on Quez. And you have three guys to the outside, so you understand why he wants to cut it back. Good pursuit angle. An extra guys comes out there. Does get a few yards, and I definitely see his decision to go back inside instead of tracking it all the way there to the outside. As the number 2 receiver here, coming against man coverage, he's going to go across the middle and then sit. Why he is not just supposed to just run straight across the middle right here and clear to that side, outrun this this slot cornerback, I don't know. But he's going to sit over the middle here and then cut back outside. And what I'd like him to realize is that he's not going to be open here when it's man-man and it's across the middle, and he even has a hold of him. So I'd like him to come a little bit out there faster, to come to the outside and clear it a little bit from the middle and get away from his guy as the cornerback is bouncing up on him. Target for him to the top here, going on a 9 route against press tight coverage, and it doesn't really get the cornerback's hips turned before he's breaking up. So you want to rely solely on speed, because you're not making any motions inside, not faking one inside and then going out to have the hips of the cornerback turn. So you're banking on you just beating him with speed, and that doesn't happen here. If you were to do it on this rep, you want the ball to be further down the field. But also, you got to realize that you're backed up against your own end, so you want to get the ball out fast. I think it's an okay ball from Jalen Hurts, but no separation there for Quez. Not quite sure what the idea is here from Quez. He gets bumped here as he's trying to come out. It looks like he's trying to set up the cornerback to the inside, and then as he's coming out, he gets bumped and just sort of stops, which is weird because ball is not out yet at all. Maybe he's just getting smothered on the route. That could be an option. It would very much surprise me if he was not supposed to do more than that. Like, if this play was designed for DeVonta Smith, that I simply cannot believe that. So I guess we'll have to assume that he gets bumped to oblivion here, and kind of loses track of his route. So after watching all that, I hope you agree with me that Quez Watkins this week once again was a big play waiting to happen. There are multiple locations where he's streaking down the field, or where he presents himself as a good option. I like what he's doing in his routes. I like the subtle techniques he brings in his routes in terms of setting up concepts when you have these twin concepts with DeVonta Smith and Quez Watkins, and you want them to both run their routes sufficiently to be able to make a good choice in which one to target. Because if one of them fucks up and the other one gets covered, then you don't really have any good options there. So sometimes it takes multiple receivers to have one guy open. That's just sometimes how it goes. I feel like we're gonna have Quez Watkins big plays for the remainder of this season, once they start to click a little bit more. But he's absolutely a good complement for DeVonta Smith, in my opinion. Although the stat sheet isn't exploding. So, thank you for watching. See ya.